Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Dr. English Channel. I'm Anna.
And I'm David. Today we're talking about something that's simple to say, but not always easy to practice. Being thankful for what you have. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe our channel for more videos about the easy ways to learn English from beginner.
Yes, gratitude. It's such a powerful thing, but many of us forget about it when life gets busy or when we compare ourselves to others.
That's so true. We live in a world where everyone is chasing more money, more success, more likes, more everything. But sometimes we forget that happiness starts with being thankful for what we already have.
Exactly. Today, we'll share our own experiences, some stories, and also discuss why being grateful can change how we see the world.
So grab your coffee, get comfortable, and let's have an honest conversation about gratitude. So Anna, what does being thankful mean to you personally?
For me, it's about appreciating the small things, like waking up healthy, having food, a warm bed, and people I love. Sometimes I forget, but when I stop and notice these things, I feel lighter.
I like that. It's not always about big achievements, right? Gratitude is in the ordinary moments.
Exactly. What about you, David?
Hmm. For me, being thankful means recognizing what I already have instead of focusing on what I don't. I used to always think, when I get this, I'll be happy. But I realized happiness doesn't wait. It's already around us if we notice it.
That's powerful. Gratitude really shifts our focus from what's missing to what's present. Let's be honest, it's hard to be thankful when we keep comparing ourselves to others.
Oh, yes. Social media makes it worse. You see people posting their vacations, cars, perfect relationships, and you start thinking your life isn't enough.
Exactly. I used to scroll through social media and feel like I wasn't doing enough. But then I realized people only post their best moments. No one shows the struggles.
That's right. Gratitude helps fight comparison. When you're thankful, you stop needing to compete.
Yes, you stop saying, I wish I had that, and start saying, I'm lucky to have this.
And once you start thinking that way, life feels calmer. You start appreciating things like morning sunlight or someone saying thank you.
Those little things matter so much more when you notice them.
Let's share a few stories. Anna, have you ever had a moment that really taught you to be thankful?
Oh, yes. A few years ago, I lost my job unexpectedly. At first, I was angry and scared, but then I realized I still had my family, my health, my time. I used that time to learn new things, and that actually led me to where I am now.
Wow, that's inspiring. Sometimes losing something helps us appreciate what we still have.
Exactly. What about you?
For me, it was when I got sick a few years ago. I was stuck in bed for weeks, and I realized how much I had taken my health for granted. After that, I started saying thank you every morning just for feeling okay.
That's beautiful. We often don't value something until it's gone. Health, freedom, or even time.
Yes, gratitude reminds us to notice those things before they disappear.
Let's talk about how gratitude actually changes us.
Oh, absolutely. When you practice thankfulness, your mindset shifts. You feel more positive, more patient, and less stressed.
True. It's like your brain rewires itself. You stop focusing on problems all the time.
I remember reading that people who keep a gratitude journal, just writing 3 things they're thankful for every day, are generally happier.
I've tried that. At first, it felt silly, but after a few days, I noticed I started noticing good things naturally.
Yeah, gratitude becomes a habit, and the more you practice it, the easier it gets.
It also affects how we treat others. When you're grateful, you become kinder because you realize how much you already have.
Exactly. You stop expecting too much from others and start appreciating them for who they are.
But let's be real. It's not always easy to be thankful, right?
Definitely not. Especially when life is hard. When you're stressed, broke, or heartbroken, gratitude can feel impossible.
True. I think during tough times, it's not about pretending everything is fine. It's about finding small things to hold on to.
Yes, like even when everything seems to fall apart, you can still be thankful for a friend who listens or a sunrise that gives you hope.
Exactly. Gratitude doesn't erase pain, but it gives us strength to move through it.
Well said. And when you look back later, you realize those difficult times taught you something valuable.
Yes, sometimes the hardest days make you appreciate the good ones even more.
So, how can we bring more gratitude into our everyday lives?
I think it starts with awareness. Every morning, I try to think of one thing I'm thankful for. It could be my morning coffee, my home, or my family.
That's great. I do something similar. Before I go to bed, I think about 3 good things that happened during the day.
Oh, I like that. It's simple but powerful.
Another thing that helps is expressing gratitude to people. Saying thank you more often, writing a note, or just appreciating someone out loud.
Yes, that makes a big difference. It not only makes others feel good, but also makes you feel more connected. So, if we could summarize today's talk, being thankful for what we have doesn't mean we shouldn't dream bigger. It just means we appreciate where we are right now.
Exactly. Gratitude isn't about having a perfect life. It's about finding joy in the imperfect one we already have.
Well said, David. And to everyone listening, maybe tonight, before you sleep, think of 3 things you're thankful for. You might be surprised how it changes your mood.
That's a great challenge. Thank you all for spending this time with us.
Remember, the more thankful you are, the happier you become.
See you next time on Dr. English Channel. Stay grateful. Stay kind.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Dr. English Channel podcast, where we help you learn to speak English naturally and confidently. I'm your host, David, and today we're going to talk about one of the most powerful skills for English learners, how to think in English so you can speak in English more fluently. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe our channel for more videos about the easy ways to learn English from beginner.
That's right, David. Thinking in English is what takes learners from translating words to actually speaking smoothly and naturally. And today we'll dive deep into that. What it means, how to train your brain to think in English, and practical habits to build this skill.
Exactly. We'll also share real examples, fun exercises, and some of our personal stories about how we learn to think in English faster. So, James, let's get started. What does it really mean to think in English?
Good question. Thinking in English means your brain processes ideas directly in English without translating from your native language. It's about connecting ideas to English words instantly, like how native speakers do it naturally.
Yes, when you stop translating, your speech becomes smoother, your confidence grows, and conversations start to flow more easily. So, why is it so hard for learners to think in English at first?
I think it's because most people start by learning English through translation. They memorize words in their language and then in English. It's a good start, but later it becomes a barrier.
Right. When you're speaking, your brain is doing too many things, thinking in your language, translating, then speaking in English. It's like trying to drive with the brakes on.
That's a great way to put it. And when learners rely on translation, they often hesitate or get stuck mid-sentence.
Exactly. But when you start thinking in English, everything feels faster and more natural. You don't worry about grammar so much. You just communicate.
That's the goal. Communication first, perfection later.
Let's share a bit about our experiences. James, when did you start thinking in English?
It happened gradually. I remember living abroad for a while, and one day I realized that I was describing things in my mind in English. Like, instead of saying, I'm hungry in my native language, I thought, I want to eat something.
Oh, yes. That's a big moment. For me, it started when I began journaling in English. I wrote simple thoughts like, "Today I'm happy," or "It's raining outside," and slowly my thoughts began forming in English naturally.
That's such a great idea. Journaling forces your brain to create sentences in English, not just repeat phrases you've memorized.
Yes, and even small things help. Labeling items in your house in English, or talking to yourself while cooking or cleaning.
Let's get into practical methods. What can learners actually do every day to start thinking in English?
One tip is to start with simple descriptions. For example, describe what you see. The sky is blue. I'm walking to work. I'm making coffee. It's easy but effective.
Absolutely. I also recommend what I call mini conversations with yourself. You can ask questions in English and answer them in English, like, what should I eat for lunch? Maybe I'll have noodles.
Oh, yes, that's a powerful exercise. It helps your brain switch from passive to active mode.
And you don't need anyone else to practice. You can do it anywhere, on the bus, while walking, or before bed.
Another fun tip, change your phone or social media language to English. It might be strange at first, but your brain adjusts quickly.
That's a great one. I remember when I switched my phone to English, I suddenly learned so many words. Settings, notifications, storage. Everyday exposure really works.
And of course, listening to podcasts like this one helps a lot too. It trains your ears to understand natural English rhythm and expressions.
Exactly. You begin to hear English in your head and then naturally start thinking in it.
Let's talk about some challenges people face when trying to think in English.
The most common one is fear of making mistakes. Many learners feel shy or embarrassed.
Yes, but making mistakes is part of learning. Even native speakers make grammar mistakes when they speak fast.
True. The key is to keep speaking, even if it's not perfect. Over time, your brain will fix small mistakes automatically.
Another challenge is running out of words. Sometimes people want to say something, but they can't find the right word in English.
That's normal, too. The trick is to describe what you mean instead of stopping. For example, if you forget umbrella, you can say, the thing that protects you from the rain.
Exactly. Communication first. That's always more important than perfect vocabulary. So let's wrap up with some daily habits that help you think and speak in English naturally.
Sure. First, make English part of your day. Read short articles, watch YouTube videos in English, and try to understand the main ideas, not every word.
And talk to yourself. Describe what you're doing, what you're thinking, what you're planning. Even 5 minutes a day makes a huge difference.
Also, try the English zone rule. Choose 1 hour each day when you only use English, no translation allowed.
Oh, that's a great challenge. You can even make it fun by pretending you're in another country.
Exactly. And the more you do this, the faster your brain adapts. One day, you'll realize you're thinking in English without even trying.
That's the magic moment when English becomes part of your natural thinking process.
Yes, so to everyone listening, start small, be consistent, and don't be afraid to make mistakes.
Well said, James. Thank you so much for joining me today. And to our listeners, remember, the more you think in English, the more fluently you'll speak it.
Keep practicing, keep talking, and make English your daily habit. See you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Dr. English Channel. I'm David.
And I'm Anna. Thanks for joining us again. Today we've got a powerful topic, one that could actually change your life. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe our channel for more videos about the easy ways to learn English from beginner.
That's right. Today's episode is called Miracle Morning.
The phrase sounds magical already, doesn't it?
It really does. And in a way, it is magical because it's about transforming your mornings to transform your entire life.
Absolutely. The idea comes from a book by Hal Elrod. But we're not just talking about the book today. We're talking about how anyone can create their own miracle morning routine, a morning that sets you up for success, focus, and peace of mind.
Yes, and we'll share our own stories, some practical tips, and why mornings matter more than we think.
So grab your coffee or your green tea and get cozy, because this one's going to inspire you to rethink how you start your day.
So Anna, let's start from the basics. What exactly is a miracle morning?
Good question. A miracle morning is basically a structured morning routine that helps you start your day with intention instead of reaction.
Right. Instead of waking up late, checking your phone, rushing, and stressing, you wake up early, take time for yourself, and do things that nourish your mind and body.
Exactly. It's like choosing peace before chaos.
I love that. I used to be the kind of person who hit the snooze button 5 times.
Oh, yeah, me too. But when I finally started doing a miracle morning routine, just waking up earlier, journaling, stretching, it completely changed how I felt during the day.
Same here. When you start your day right, it's like setting a positive tone that lasts all day long.
Yes, it's not about doing 100 things before 7 a.m. It's about starting your day intentionally.
Exactly. And that's something anyone can do, no matter how busy they are.
Why do you think mornings are so powerful?
I think mornings are sacred. It's the only time of day when the world is quiet and you can really listen to yourself.
That's true. There's something peaceful about being awake before everyone else. No distractions, no noise.
Yes, it gives you time to think clearly, plan, and be with yourself before the day takes over.
I've noticed that if my morning is messy, my whole day feels messy.
Totally. You start in a rush, you stay in a rush. You start calm, you stay calm.
Exactly. It's like the energy of your morning sets the rhythm for everything that follows.
And when you use that time wisely, like reading, meditating, or exercising, it compounds. You become sharper, happier, more focused.
Yes, even small things make a big difference, like taking 5 minutes to breathe deeply or write down 3 things you're grateful for.
Right. Those moments build inner strength. So in Hal Elrod's book, he talks about 6 practices that make up the miracle morning routine. They're called SAVERS.
Yes, that stands for silence, affirmations, visualization, exercise, reading, and scribing.
Let's break those down one by one and talk about how we've used them. The first one, silence. That could mean meditation, prayer, or simply sitting quietly.
I love silence in the morning. I usually just sit with my tea, breathe, and listen to nature.
I like guided meditation. Sometimes I use an app, sometimes I just breathe. But that quiet moment really grounds me.
Yes, it helps you connect to yourself before the world's noise begins.
Next, affirmations.
Oh, this one's powerful. Affirmations are positive statements that help shape your mindset.
Right, like, I am focused and capable, or today I choose peace.
Exactly. When you repeat these, your brain starts believing them.
I used to think it was silly at first, but honestly, it changes how I see myself.
Same. It's like reprogramming your inner dialogue.
Next up, visualization.
Yeah, this one's fun. It's about imagining your goals as if they've already happened.
I close my eyes and imagine my ideal day. Me working calmly, smiling, feeling confident.
I visualize giving talks, creating things, and feeling proud. It's not fantasy, it's focus.
Yes, it helps you align your actions with your dreams.
Fourth, exercise.
A must. Moving your body wakes up your mind.
Totally. You don't have to do a full workout. Even 10 minutes of stretching, yoga, or a walk helps.
I do light yoga in the morning. It makes me feel alive and strong.
I do push ups or go for a jog. It builds momentum for the day.
Fifth, reading.
This is where you feed your brain, reading something uplifting, inspiring, or educational.
Yes, even just 10 pages a day can change your mindset.
Exactly. I read books on self-growth or biographies in the morning.
I like to read quotes or spiritual texts that remind me of purpose.
And finally, scribing, which basically means journaling.
Yes, writing your thoughts, goals, or gratitude.
I write 3 things I'm grateful for and 1 intention for the day.
That's beautiful. I like to free write. Whatever's in my head, I just let it flow.
It's a great way to clear your mind and understand yourself better.
Yes, when I look back at my old journals, I see how much I've grown.
David, do you remember your first miracle morning experience?
Oh, yes, it was tough. I wasn't a morning person. The first week, I wanted to quit.
Oh, I can imagine.
But after about 10 days, I started to feel different. My energy was steady, my mind was calm.
That's amazing. I had a similar experience. At first, I thought, why am I doing this? But when I stayed consistent, I realized I was more productive and happier.
Yes, it's like you finally have control of your life again.
Exactly. You're not reacting to life, you're creating it.
One morning, I remember journaling about how anxious I was about a project. After writing, I felt so much lighter.
That's the beauty of this practice. It's healing.
Yes, I think everyone can benefit from taking time for themselves in the morning.
Even if it's just 15 minutes, it's not about perfection, it's about intention.
Exactly. Start small. Maybe read for 5 minutes, stretch for 5 minutes, and breathe for 5 minutes. That's already powerful.
Let's be honest. It's not easy to wake up early and do all this, right?
Oh, definitely not. The bed is always so comfortable.
So, how do we stay consistent?
For me, I focus on why I'm doing it. My why gives me motivation.
That's great advice. If you remember the purpose, it becomes easier.
Yes, and I also prepare the night before, set out my clothes, fill my water bottle, plan my morning.
Smart. I also try not to check my phone for the first hour.
Oh, yes, that's a big one. As soon as we check our phones, we lose focus.
Totally. It's like giving your attention away before you even start your day.
I think discipline grows with time. The more you do it, the easier it gets.
Absolutely. And you don't have to be perfect. Missing a day doesn't mean you failed.
Right. Just come back to it with love, not guilt.
What do you think is the biggest benefit of living the miracle morning lifestyle?
I'd say inner peace. I used to feel like life was rushing past me. Now I feel present.
That's beautiful. For me, it's self-trust. I keep promises to myself now.
Wow. Yes. That's powerful. When you wake up for you, you start believing in yourself again.
Exactly. And it doesn't just affect you, it affects everyone around you.
Yes. When I start the day calmly, I treat others with more patience and kindness.
Me too. It's like a ripple. Your peace spreads to others.
So true. And imagine if everyone started their day with mindfulness instead of stress. The world would be a much kinder place.
I love that vision.
So, if you're listening and thinking, I could never do that, start small. Even 5 minutes of silence or gratitude can change your mood.
Exactly. Don't wait for the perfect time, just start.
You'll be amazed how much your mornings and your life transform.
That's the real miracle.
Yes, it is.
Thank you, David, for another inspiring talk.
Thank you, Anna. And to our listeners, remember, your mornings are your foundation. Build them with care.
Have a wonderful, mindful day, everyone.
And we'll see you next time on Dr. English Channel.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Real Talk in English. I'm Anna.
And I'm David. Thanks for tuning in again. Today's episode is going to be a deep one. It's all about learning not to compare yourself to others. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe our channel for more videos about the easy ways to learn English from beginner.
Yes, and that's something I think everyone struggles with. Students, professionals, even us. We all do it.
Exactly. It's so easy to fall into that trap, especially with social media. We see people posting their successes, their perfect vacations, and we start to think, why am I not there yet?
Totally. I've been there many times. You see someone doing amazing things and suddenly feel like what you're doing doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's almost automatic, but comparison steals your happiness. That's what we'll unpack today. Why we do it, how it hurts us, and how to stop.
Beautiful. So grab your coffee, take a breath, and let's have a real talk about why we should focus on our own path. So let's start with the big question. Why do we compare ourselves to others in the first place?
I think it's part of being human. Since we were kids, we've been told to measure ourselves. Grades, appearance, achievements. It becomes natural to look around and see where we stand.
Right. Society teaches us that success is a race. You're supposed to finish school by a certain age, get married, buy a house, have kids.
Exactly. But life isn't a checklist. It's a journey, and everyone's pace is different.
I love that. But it's still hard not to compare. Like when your friends are doing better in their careers or making more money, it can trigger that feeling of, I'm behind.
Totally. I've felt that too. But what helps me is reminding myself that success looks different for everyone.
Yes, for some, success means freedom. For others, it's stability, peace, or passion.
And when you compare, you forget your own values. You start chasing what others want, not what you truly want.
That's deep. We lose our sense of direction because we're busy following someone else's map. Let's talk about social media. I think it's one of the biggest reasons people compare so much today.
Absolutely. You scroll through Instagram or TikTok and see everyone living their best life. Perfect skin, fancy vacations, big achievements.
But it's all highlights. You're comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's edited moment.
Exactly. I remember one day I was feeling down about my work. I opened Instagram and saw a friend post about her promotion, and instantly I felt like I wasn't good enough.
I get that. The thing is, we never know the full story. Maybe she worked nights, struggled for years, or maybe she's posting that because she needs validation too.
That's true. Everyone's fighting their own battles. Social media hides that.
Yes, I once took a break from social media for a month, and it completely changed my mindset. I stopped comparing, and I actually felt lighter.
I love that. Taking a digital detox helps. You start focusing on your real life again.
Exactly. It's like your mind gets quiet, and you can hear your own thoughts again.
So, what do you think happens when people constantly compare themselves?
I think it leads to frustration, self doubt, and sometimes even depression. You start feeling like you're not enough.
Yes, and that can make you forget all the good things about yourself.
Right. You might have something amazing kindness, creativity, resilience, but you can't see it because you're too busy looking at what others have.
That's so real. When I was younger, I used to compare my body, my job, even my voice to others. It made me insecure.
Same here. I used to compare my progress as a teacher to others who seemed more successful, but the truth is, no one has your exact story or your exact struggles. Yes, and comparison makes us blind to our uniqueness.
Exactly. You can't run your race while looking at someone else's lane.
That's a great metaphor. You'll trip if you keep looking sideways.
Yep. The only person you should compete with is who you were yesterday.
So, how do we stop comparing and start focusing on ourselves?
First, we have to define what success means personally.
That's key. If you don't know what you value, you'll always chase what others value.
Exactly. For me, success means having peace of mind and doing work that helps people. Not fame, not money, peace.
I love that. For me, it's growth, learning, becoming better, and enjoying the process.
See? Totally different, but both valid. That's the beauty of individuality.
Yes. And when you start focusing on your own goals, you realize others' success doesn't take away from yours.
Exactly. Life isn't a competition. It's a collaboration.
That's beautiful. I think gratitude also helps. When you start being thankful for what you have, comparison loses power.
100%. Gratitude shifts your focus from I don't have enough to I already have plenty.
Yes, and you feel lighter, calmer, more confident. Let's share some real stories. Have you ever compared yourself to someone and later realized it was unnecessary? Oh, yes, many times. I remember in college, I had a friend who always got top grades. I used to feel terrible because I thought I'd never be as smart. But later, I realized we had different strengths. She was great at studying theory, and I was better at practical work and creativity.
That's a great example. I had something similar. When I started teaching English, I compared myself to another teacher who was super confident and popular. But later, students told me they liked my calm, patient style. That's when I realized we don't have to be the same to be valuable.
Exactly. Everyone brings something different to the table.
Right. And that difference is what makes us all interesting.
Yes, and imagine if everyone was the same. Life would be so boring.
Totally. Comparison blinds us to our uniqueness.
And sometimes the people we envy might be envying us too without us even realizing.
That's so true. People might look at your life and think, wow, I wish I had that, while you're wishing for something they have.
It's such a cycle. The only way to stop it is to accept yourself fully, your pace, your style, your path.
Exactly. Self-acceptance breaks the comparison loop.
Let's talk about confidence, because I think comparison often come insecurity.
Absolutely. When we don't feel confident, we seek validation by comparing.
Yes, confidence isn't about being better than others, it's about being comfortable with who you are.
Well said. And confidence grows when you focus on progress, not perfection.
Exactly. Celebrate your small wins. Even tiny steps matter.
I love that. You're not where you used to be. That's something to be proud of.
And once you start seeing your own progress, you naturally compare less.
True. You begin to realize you're running your own race, and that's enough.
So, if we could sum up today's talk in one sentence, I'd say stop comparing and start appreciating who you are.
I love that. I'd add, life isn't about being the best, it's about being your best.
Perfect. Remember, everyone's journey is different. Someone's chapter 20 shouldn't make you doubt your chapter 3.
Exactly. Keep growing at your own pace. Your story matters.
And if you ever feel like you're falling behind, just pause and remind yourself you're not in a race, you're in a journey.
Beautiful. Thank you, Anna, for this deep conversation.
Thank you too, David. I think we both needed this reminder.
And to everyone listening, stop comparing, start living.
Amen to that. See you next time on Real Talk in English.
Take care, everyone, and remember, you are enough just as you are.